Hi all, welcome back to my lecture series on strategic management. This is the third video. In this, we will discuss about two topics. One is strategic planning and the second one is board of directors. Okay, let's move on a strategic planning. Before getting in this, so far we discussed what exactly the strategic management is, and then also we discussed about strategic leadership in an organization and the role of company secretary in earlier two videos. And while discussing strategic management, we saw the process of strategic management, a four-step process, analyzing the market, formulation of the strategy, and implementation, and then control evaluation. So, strategic planning is a process of formulating the strategy. How, like formulating the strategy, or it is a course of action what company has to take for the next couple of years. The entire planning exercise is part of a strategic planning. As per the words of Allison and Kay, strategic planning is an organizational process of defining its strategy. So, as I said, right, it is all about formulation of strategy, identifying the directions and making decisions on allocating its resources to pursue this strategy. So without planning, it is very difficult to implement any decisions, right? The first one, we have to formulate the strategy, which will be having clear direction how company has to pursue in next couple of months or years, and what all are the resources to be used. So it will be having direction, it will also having resource allocation to work. So all this will be a part of strategic planning. And if required, it may also extend to control mechanism. That is the evaluation part of it. So most exhaustive definition of strategic planning is given by Allison and Kay. But in simple terms, strategic planning is concerned with formulating of a strategy and setting a direction to our employees how to work and then providing or allocating resources. If required, the control can be added. What is the benefit of strategic planning? Once you see everything in on a paper, it gives a proper confidence to a management, also for an employee that where we are heading. Planning is of a future thinking process. It don't stay at a current. It ensures that how we are going to achieve organization goals. So it is a future thinking exercise. It solves many problems which may come during it lays down the problem solving capabilities in the entire implementation plan. What all situation may come and how can we move out of those situations? What is the solution for that? Everything will be part of strategic planning. Planning it is ensures teamwork because planning cannot be done in isolation. It requires contribution from all middle management and senior managements in the organization. So it ensures that better teamwork exists in an organization. And strategic planning will be communicated to all the stakeholders. That will result in like everybody working towards common goal because of planning only, right? Whatever is planned and everyone will work towards that plan. How can they work on this plan? Because there will be a proper communication between all the stakeholders. So strategic planning ensures that there will always be a proper communication between all the stakeholders. And then it ensures strategic planning ensures greater control on the environment. So we know what to do today, tomorrow, next day, till for this. Okay. We know this, what to do. And then we will measure whether we are able to achieve it or not. If not, what is the remedy for it? So there will be a proper control on that planning side. So there is a proper planning plus there is a control also. That's why we will be having greater control of tomorrow because we know what to achieve. If it is not done, again correct the next future things. So there will be a proper control. If there is no planning, then people will work as their whims and fancies, and it is very difficult to achieve organization goals and objectives. So, what are the limitations of strategic planning? It is a very, very expensive exercise in an organization. It is done by strategic leaders, followed by contribution from all other departments. It goes for minimum 3 to 4 months of exercise in an organization every year to make a strategic planning documents. So the cost is very high. Sometimes the benefit of strategic planning will be lesser than whatever the cost is incurred. That situation might occur. There is always a possibility that development of poor plans, because sometimes board sitting in a four walls, if they create a plan, then definitely it will be a poor plan. Also, to avoid that, information should be taken from internal team members and the external parties, everyone, and then plan should be made. And always, once the planning is done, implementation is a difficult task for every organization. Is easy because it can be done on a paper, but in reality, implementation is a challenge. So there will be a lot of implementation difficulties. These are the few limitations with respect to a strategic planning. Let's see a strategic planning cycle. First and foremost step in a strategic planning is propose a mission, why the company is exist. We have another next chapter, uh, mission, vision, goals, objectives, strategy, what exactly these terms are. But at the end of the day, for today's discussion, remember mission is why company is existed. So that statement should be given. Every corporate will give their mission statement and vision statement. What is the difference between these two? We will see it in the next chapter. Once the mission is set, there should be targets, right? Mission is a general statement, but goals, we have to grow by 25% year on year. A return on investment should be 15%. So all these things, when we quantify, then these things will be called as a goals. So it will turn as a target for respective departments. Increase sales by 25%. It is a target for sales and marketing team. Cut the production cost by 15%. So that is a target for production department. So these produce 5,000 units of car. So it is a target for production department. So further, this mission is broken into a smaller goals. These goals are also will be set as part of strategic planning. These goals, once are set, before setting it up, examine some internal issues, whether we will be able to achieve these goals or not, and examine the external issue, what is the market condition and other thing, whether we achieve these goals or not. Based on that, finally, you formulate the strategy. Okay. First, propose a mission, then propose a goal. And after that, once we have that, clearly examine internal issues and then examine external issues. Once the external issues are examined, then finally we will formulate the strategy. What are the internal issues? Whether we have employees or not, whether we have skilled laborers or not, finance is available or not, what is the location of the company and raw material availability. All are related to internal aspects of the business. What are the external issues? How is political condition of a country? How is economic growth of a company? How are suppliers? How is customer demands are changing? Customer tastes are changing? Is customer loyal to a particular product? Availability of substitute? Whatever is happening across your company, those things should be analyzed, all issues. And then formulate final strategy, including actual mission and actual goals. Here it was proposed, and then it will turn into real mission and goal statements, and then that will be implemented. So implementation is a second step. So planning cycle ends with this. Okay. So whatever internal issues and external issues we analyze, it is called as a SWOT analysis. Uh, uh, for setting up a mission and goal, it is necessary to do SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is what? S stands for strength, W stands for weakness, O stands for opportunity, and T stands for threats. When we do internal assessment, we will come to know what are the strengths of a company and what are the weaknesses of the company. We have to play, or a strategic leader will play on strengths of the company and try to minimize the weaknesses. At the same time, when a strategic leader looks into an external environment, he will come to know what are the opportunities in the market. At the same time, what are the threats? He knows that we can introduce a new luxury car, but what is the threats for it? Threats are there are a lot of competitors, right? So when he sees outer world, he will be getting what are the opportunities and what are the threats to it. When they look into internal environment, they will come to know strength and weaknesses. There is a separate section for SWOT analysis in your third unit, and then third lesson we will discuss that. Moving to our next topic of the day, board of directors. We know, right? Every time I will be keep saying shareholders are owners of the company, especially in the public limited companies, right? They are the owners, shareholders, but they don't run the business. They don't run the business. Who will run the business? Who will oversee the business is board of directors. Board of directors is a selected body is a selection of appointed members who jointly oversee the business of the company. It is not one person or one strategic leader who says it. It is a board of directors who are appointed with following the process and procedures prescribed in the company law. As you already in a professional, so you guys know how we appoint board of directors. What are the procedure for the board of directors? What are the powers of a board of directors? Right? So board of directors are the one who are appointed as per the provisions of the Companies Act, and they will oversee the functions of the business. Powers of board of directors, they get it from memorandum of association and articles of association of a company. Board of directors powers are disclosed in these documents. Also, company law itself provides certain powers to a board of directors, and followed by many resolutions which are passed in the board meeting. Those will also empower certain powers to board of directors. So they play pivotal role that organization is following good governance practices, and they also advise to the organization. Okay, they oversee, they ensure that good governance is there in place, and also they play the role of advisors in any organization. So what are the roles of board of directors? As I told, they are the one who are sitting between shareholders, here managers and employees. In between the board of directors are there who are elected members. Okay, they are the link between shareholders and the management of the company, and they oversee it. Okay, what are the other roles? They provide entrepreneurial leadership. They run the business as like a owner. They provide direction to management. They help in setting up a strategic goals of a company and also help in implementing or guiding a team in implementation of strategic plan. Once the plan is implemented, they will review the performance of the management based on whether they achieved the goals or not. They help in setting up the company's values and standards. They focuses on ethical leadership. They try to build a proper company's culture, performance culture, and they take all decisions based on well available information, and they are accountable too. It is not that they come just they come and provide advisory. They are also accountable for not performing well or it is a bad performance of a company. And then they create a better framework for statutory compliances. In this case, it is company secretary who is going to assist them, right? Entire compliance is a responsibility of a company secretary under the guidance of board of directors. Okay, that's all about board of directors. And in the next video, we will talk about corporate social responsibility. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.